And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line.
All right, now here we go, oh. Let's go, let's go. Rhino, Rhino!
And it's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Where's the hot? Yellow, 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 yellow.
Second down, Cousins. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Part of the reason they're here, no doubt, is his big performance in the NFC title game, and that's his first catch of the Super Bowl.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double-team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Here's this out for Matthews. It's caught at the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Jordan Matthews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 24. Now the Purdue man, this is Akeem Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, second down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
To throw on second down to Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 26. It's a big play there for the Lions. 51 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his left. And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Now a handoff, running off, tackle right. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
So if I'm an offensive coordinator, there's one thing that I know for sure. This is one of the top 5 teams in the NFL against the run. So when I look at my playlist, I'm probably thinking about throwing it.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Stafford, and he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Luke Wilson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Cousins now to throw on first down. And Matthews has it right side. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A good pickup there, a 22. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They go play action. Cousins. And that's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Gun. Move.
On third down, Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eli Harold. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Here's Abdullah. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Tackle made that time by Anthony Barr.
Here we go.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and the Vikings pick up the football. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have, make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
Cousins now on second down. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Matthews with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, a nice spin. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Flush to his right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
And that's exactly what you're supposed to do with good field position. You make the other side pay when you don't have far to go for the score.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
They go play action here on first down. Room to run past midfield. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. 15 yards through the air and a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
That defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. The tackle made there by Jared Davis.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third.
3 down, 3 down. 51 for Mike. 51 for Mike. Zebra, zebra, zebra. Where's the hot?
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out.
Let's go. Where's the hot?
Throwing is Cousins. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Eli Harold. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively. And you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking downfield for Jones. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The second down run for Abdullah. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
To throw is Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And out now come the Vikings. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Over the middle here to Rudolph. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Cousins now over 200 yards already in this first half. It's 1st and 10. On play action, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Cousins now 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Wide. Check. Fresno.
Handoff comes to Cook. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
All right, here we go.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now Cousins. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Eli Harold. Leading the surge there, he drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Line out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he hits his man, Matthews. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Jordan Matthews on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. A first update now from Cleveland. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Anthony Barr in on the tackle.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had the incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Being chased out left. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's looking like another 3 and out here, and at some point, got to be able to put together a drive to keep your defense from having to go right back out on the field. I feel like things are starting to unravel a little bit, and we're not even at halftime.
Here's Sam Martin now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And now out comes Minnesota. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Hey, 382, last 50. Where's your hot?
Cousins on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sean Robinson breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Two minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. From the gun, here's Cousins. The left side caught by Diggs. And he'll get this out to the 30-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Play action now. Cousins. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And he's going to be marked down deep in Detroit territory. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one. 49 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Here's Cousins. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Again, it's Cousins. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. They'll roll it, and that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Stafford on first down. Looking deep in the direction of Abdullah. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
This will be taken short. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Play action. Stafford steps away. Throwing deep for Galladay. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there for Detroit. 54 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Here's Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Glover Quinn there on the stop.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They go play action. Cousins. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
And taken right on the 30. 12 yards on the return that time, and the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And finding the tight end, Wilson. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, Makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice gain right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
The left side completion to Jones. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
When you lose that kind of yardage on a pass play, you often expect it to be a sack. But that wasn't the case there. They completed the pass. Probably would have been better off just dropping the football and making an incompletion as opposed to catching it and losing that kind of yardage.
Now it's Stanford. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Sam Martin now as he's on to punt for Detroit. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game, but what a nice play by the defense. Stepping up on that one. Maybe they'll get things going in their direction after a play like that.
Lucky 50.
That was second down run for Murray. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Taking it about the 36. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Around the NFL, they've gone to the 3rd in Cleveland. The Browns, they have scored again to add on to their lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. On 1st down, Stafford here. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Daniil Hunter in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Tag 50 left.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He'll hit his running back, Amir Abdullah. Touchdown, Detroit. Amir Abdullah, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Prater for the extra point, and that will get him one closer. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Off the play fake, Cousins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Here we go.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And not much running room. Down to the 32. The tackle there by Eli Harold.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Let's go. Wait, hard.
Cousins now on second down. Left side, caught by Matthews. And he's brought down. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit him over the top.
Gun.
Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Rhino. Gun.
On second down, Cousins again. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Ziggy Ansah. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long.
Rhino.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Fighting to stay upright. Flushed out, and he's going to go down again. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that'll push the lead from 24 up to 27. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On first down, it's Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Trey Wayne's the Michigan State man right there in coverage.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Now Stafford. And an alley to run. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. Stafford now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to... Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Detroit. Marvin Jones, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. And now it's blocked. This is going the other way. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
So even when they get a touchdown in this game, which hasn't really been a stellar contest for them, they can't even cap it off and kick the extra point.
Yeah, just not a whole lot going right for them in this game.
I know that when they get into film, this is going to be Exhibit A about how this game went for this team. Oh, we finally score. Can't even kick the extra point.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Cousins on first down. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Hey, Ringo, Rhino. Hey, we're good. Hey, Flipper.
On play action, Cousins. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Ziggy Ansah in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
We got three, fella. Ready? Mike 51. Push him back.
Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. The Vikings on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Cousins. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Now a desperate, and that's caught inside the 35. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown in. Frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down. The Lions on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, Stafford. Eluding the pressure right. He may a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They start the drive with Cook. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. The tackle there by Quandre Diggs. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.